The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Today I'm testing out a shallow draft boat made for fishing in the bays and harbors. It's the 23 Bay boat by Hydra-Sports. I'm going to see how they've done on a full test. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve.
With a 300 horsepower Yamaha 4-stroke on a 4,200 pound boat, no one can accuse the 23 Bay boat of being slow. Our test showed a top speed of 59.2 miles an hour reached at 5,900 RPM with 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. At that speed, we were burning 26.6 gallons per hour and getting 2.23 miles per gallon for a range of 154 miles. Pull back to 3,000 RPMs, and we were running at 26.8 miles per hour with a 6.7 gallon per hour fuel burn. That means we were getting nearly 4 miles per gallon for a range of 277 miles with a 10% reserve. Our time to plane was 2.9 seconds, and we were accelerating through 30 miles an hour in 7.2 seconds. Now, it's important to note that these numbers were taken on a very windy day with an optional and very high tower added to the boat. This will understandably have an adverse effect on the 23 Bay boat's performance, but since we aim to test in real-world conditions as opposed to perfect conditions, you should simply keep this in mind when using these numbers for comparison.
Now, today the wind is blowing 25-30 miles an hour with a tide screaming through the inlet, so I can't really give you a minimum trolling speed. It just wouldn't be fair. But if you look right behind us, you'll see that the Yamaha 300 is churning up very little water. There aren't many bubbles going on behind the boat, so you're not going to be scaring fish for a long way off. My only complaint at the helm is there's just no real comfortable spot to put your feet. There needs to be a small recessed area at the bottom of the console to slide your feet into, possibly even a little flat spot over on the port side of the helm. The helm console, very straightforward. 2 rows of rocker switches, circuit breakers underneath instead of fuses. I like to see that. Just above the rocker switches, Yamaha's multifunction display. Jack plate switch brings the engine up and down. That'll lower your draft by 6 inches without affecting your trim. Trim tabs, VHF. There's also plenty of room over on the side for a 12-inch display. Digital throttle mounted on a 45-degree angle. Edson stainless steel wheel with a steering knob. And when you're operating up in the tower and you're getting up at speed, feel like a kid in a candy store. It's a very thrilling ride. The 23 Bay boat handles exactly how it's supposed to. It's a shallow water bay boat, so if you put it out in chop, it's going to be a wet boat. Put it in shallow water, flat calm water, performs great. Excellent turning capabilities, good characteristics. As you can see, this is an ideal boat for getting into these little hidey holes with shallow water that other boats just cannot get into.
But even with its shallow water capabilities, stability is not compromised, and that's thanks to the 23 Bay's wide 8-foot 10-inch beam. No matter where I walked or stood, there was no listing from my weight, and I was always stable and sure-footed. Casting a line, casting a net, it doesn't matter. You've not only got the room, but a steady platform as well.
Well, that's our look at the 23 Bay boat by Hydra-Sports. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.